This week, we celebrate the founding and independence of two of the largest countries in this hemisphere, Canada and United States. To my fellow Canadians and Americans alike, enjoy your National Week. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impelled them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of our Congress series. Happy 4th of July! Yeah, America! Yeah! Today, in 1776, our Declaration of Independence was, signed and made public to the world. Pretty much from today, in 1776 onward, we became a country. So, yeah, there's that to think about. So, anyways, let's talk about some Congress. This Congress was in session from 1987 to 1989. How many sessions were there? 2. Over in the House, we have 435 members. The Speaker of the House is not Tip O'Neill. We have a new Speaker, Jim Wright, who is a Democrat, which in turn we have 254 Democrats, 178 Republicans, and 3 vacancies. Yeah, we haven't had a vacancy in a while. Isn't that right, Washington? Yeah. This man's a good man. Listen to him. Learn from him. Over here in the Senate, we have 100 members. 100 senators, and we're at our 100th episode of our Congress series. So up until this point, you could represent every single member of the Senate with every single Congress that we have up until today. But up until next Monday, yeah, it's not going to work out real well. Anyways, the President of the Senate is George Bush Sr., once again, future President of the United States, and most recent ex-president to die. He is a Republican, obviously. President pro tempore is John Stennis, who is a Democrat. And by the way, his last name is spelled Stennis. It's like Dennis, but it's instead of a D, it's ST, so Stennis. I'm assuming. I don't know. Make your own assumptions. I'm on a time crunch. Well, not really, because we're at 4 minutes already in the video. We have 54 Democrats, 45 Republicans, and 1 vacancy. 1. And what happened in America at the time? Well, it's more of like a diplomacy kind of deal. President Reagan travels to Berlin. That's the capital of Germany, for those of you who don't know. It's one of the most important cities in Europe, and actually of the world, actually. And tells the General Secretary of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, and I quote, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." He's referring to the Berlin Wall, which has separated East Berlin and West Berlin. West Berlin is pretty much the capitalist Berlin, of the West, because it was East and West, capitalism and communism, Batman versus Superman. So yeah, West Berlin was pretty much closed off to the rest of Germany and Berlin. So, yeah. However, East Berlin was connected to all of the rest of the eastern, yeah, it was all connected to the rest of the Soviet-controlled Germany and all that. For those of you that don't know or don't remember or don't care, after World War II, Germany was split into 4 sections, all controlled by the Allies. A portion was controlled by the Americans, the British, the French, and the Soviets. By 1949, the American, French, and British sections in the West became West Germany, with that flag right there. And the Soviet side became its own country known as East Germany, and both were countries up until around the 90s. So in a way, a unified Germany is actually a pretty new country. Like, it's literally a millennial. Speaking of which, 2 years later, the Berlin Wall came down and Germany was reunified. Yep. However, when Germany reunified from, East and West, everyone thought, and especially the French and the British, they thought it was the Fourth Reich. Well, several decades later, Germany is now a really huge ally with England and France and America. So, yeah. Just as a quick history lesson, the First Reich was the Holy Roman Empire. It was crushed by Napoleon in the early 1800s. The Second Reich was the German Empire, which was the Germany in World War I. And the Third Reich, well, you guys already know what the Third Reich is, Sieg Heil, Hitler, yeah, the Nazis. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Thanks for watching the Congress episodes of this week. Again, I'm celebrating American independence and also our good friends and neighbors to the north that we like to make fun of all the time, Canada. Speaking of which, hi Cassie, my friend in Canada. Stay tuned for this weekend for a random filler video, and we'll see you on Monday for our next Congress episode. Stay cool, stay tuned. Yeah, America.